Hey folks, I'm here doing another practice SQL interview problem today. I'm doing this using Stratascratch, which is a website that has a lot of practice technical interview problems in SQL, but also Python and R. So yeah, let's get started. As usual, I haven't looked at or done any of these before. So let's just pick a random one here. How about Glassdoor average salaries? All right, and I'll time myself, and because this is easy, I'm going to try and solve it in less than 4 minutes. Okay, compare each employee's salary with the average salary of the corresponding department. I'll put the department, first name, and salary of employees along with the average salary of that department. Okay, so I like this because there's not a lot of text. They're not throwing a lot of unnecessary information at you. As you know, the first thing that I like to do is understand the tables. So let's check out the tables. Okay, in this case, there's only one table, and there's a lot of columns, but they only want 3 outputs: department, first name, and salary. They have a lot of other information here. Bonus. For the purposes of this, I'm going to assume that when they ask for salary, they're literally just asking for the salary column and not including the bonus. And the first 3 things they're asking for, department, first name, and salary, this is all a given. It's already in this table. There's nothing that you really have to do. But the other thing that they're asking for, the average salary of the department, that's something that we have to calculate. If you watch my previous videos, you know that my second step is usually to understand how tables join together, but in this case, there's only one table. So let's get started. So the part that we have to calculate is the average salary of the department. And I think just in my mind, as I'm thinking through this, I'll probably use a CTE. So we'll want department and then average of the salary, and we'll call it average department salary. And because we have an aggregation, we have to group by. Okay, so we've calculated the average salary of the department, and now we have to join it to the first 3 things that they're asking for. So I'll create a CTE here. I'll just call it department salary. All right. And then let's get the first 3 things that I asked for: department, first name, and salary of employees. From employee, department. Well, actually, let me alias this just so we have good habits here. First name. And then we want the average salary of the department that employee is in. And the way that we do that is we have this CTE here, department salary, that has the average salary of the department. So we can join it to the employee table on the department column. And then we can include that as part of our select statement. Okay, before I run this, let's double check that we've got what they're looking for. So they want the department, first name, and salary. We have department, first name, and salary, and then they want the average salary of the department that employee is in. We have that here. They don't ask us to sort it or anything, or no additional filtering, so I think we're good to go. Let's run the code. Let's see. Department, did I spell it wrong? I did spell it wrong. Okay. Let's run the code again. All right. Let's check the solution. It worked. Well, I didn't quite get it in under 4 minutes because I had a typo, but that is an important thing that you'll have to work through during an interview. It never feels good when you try to run your code in an interview and there's an error. But if that ever happens, just stay calm. try not to get flustered. It's usually something simple, like in this case, I had a typo. Now, as I'm thinking about this problem a little bit more, I used a CTE to get the average salary of the department, but I think that we could probably do this maybe without the CTE, and maybe do it all just in one query using a window function. So let me give it a try. And I'll just say this, attempt using window function. So we can select from employee. Again, we need the department, first name, salary. That's the easy part, right? Now, how do we get the average salary of the department without using a CTE and a join? We can use a window function of the average function. So we can take the average of the salary, but then we need to partition it by the department. And what this does is it'll average the salary, but over like partitioned by the department instead of grouping by these first three columns. And then I'll call it average department salary. And then let's run that. I want to make sure it's running just this code, so let me delete my first attempt here. Okay, and it looks like the output was the same and that it is correct. Okay, yeah, so a lot of times there's more than one way to solve a problem. I would say in an interview, it probably doesn't matter which way, as long as you are logical about it and that you're pretty quick about it. You can't just take 30 minutes to solve one problem. This second attempt that I had, it's certainly shorter, but it didn't cross my mind when I first read this problem. Honestly, in the middle of an interview, my mind doesn't usually jump straight to a window function unless it's like the only way to solve something. A lot of times I'll default to using a CTE and a join. That's just, I'm just more comfortable using that during an interview. So yeah, hopefully you found this helpful. If there are specific SQL problems that you'd like to see me try to solve live, or like without preparation, let me know and I'll try to get to it. Thanks.